Great. Welcome to our show. We're thinking about names for our show, Maxi, and very soon. Do you have any? Anyway, we'll come up with a name and we'll roll it out very soon. Anyway, welcome to today's word of encouragement. Thank you for all the feedback that you have been giving us. We are in receipt of your comments, your feedback, your encouragement, your questions. It's a conversation that is ongoing. Allow me to introduce, joining us today, taking the posture of a man of God, fire breather, wind breaker. Anyway, let's go on. This is Maxi Njugona. He's here to give us his wisdom and the nuggets.
Thanks for having me on your show. Then next time, could we at least have tea or just,
No,
today,
we have water sponsored by Gihon.
All right.
Gihon water.
Yeah, but
big
I
up.
was hoping for tea, but anyway, I digress. Thanks for having me on the show. And we've been on this journey on the parables of Christ.
Parables.
And I've been thinking about the parable of the rich fool. First of all, when I think about those two words,
rich fool,
being connected together, how can you be rich and still be a fool? Because most of the times richness is connected to wisdom, that you cannot accumulate wealth if you are not wise. But then Jesus says that there is a possibility in this life for you to have accumulation of wealth but still be a fool. So the title itself, even before we get into the content and the heart of the parable, the title itself is mesmerizing to me.
It's
the
true.
fact that those two words can coexist.
Yeah. And, it's the antagonistic. They shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
You can't, as you're saying, be rich and be a fool.
Yeah.
And you can't be a fool and then be rich.
And I think most people live their lives based on those two divergent ways. That someone you can be kind and have a bad attitude. That you can be wealthy and still be someone who has a lot of pride. That you can be a good friend, but you don't know how to keep secrets. You're not trustworthy. So first of all, the title itself is a wake-up call. That there is a good thing happening on this side,
on one side,
but also there is a lot of negativity. And knowing how to deal with the weaknesses on this side is really the heart of this parable. Because Jesus in this parable is not saying that he's against wealth. What he's saying is that it is good to have riches, it is good to have wealth, because there's a place of wealth in the kingdom. Actually, wealth, when you study wealth in the Bible, you realize that wealth is one of the weapons of kingdom advancement. So God gives us resources to advance his kingdom. And God tells us in his word that he's the one who makes our hands to produce and to make rich. So Jesus is saying the issue is not having wealth, but the attachment of your self-attachment to these things is really what is against. And I'll pick two things quickly for our consideration.
All right.
The rich fool focused on fasting was self-preservation. Self-preservation is one of those items in our lives that we are constantly in the move of preserving the sensuality of life, that our lives are centered on pleasure, that your first instinct as you deal with people and as you go through life is how can you maintain your sensuality, the physical nature of life. So it is all about what you can see with your eyes. It's all about the lust of the flesh, the pride of this life. So you're preserving that instead of preserving the true riches, which is being rich towards God, love, kindness, patience. The second thing is self-promotion. And self-promotion is one of the things that most people right now are. We know in this kingdom you cannot promote yourself.
You can't.
You must wait on God for him to lift you up. But when you look at the church right now, we are surrounded by all these people who are seeking for positions, not really to serve, but really to promote themselves. So the rich fool is focusing on self-preservation and self-promotion, keeping wealth to himself so that the self can be preserved and promoted. So that has been my reflection this week.
Thank you, Max. I think about the Garden of Eden. And this was the second fruit that we weren't given. One, to preserve our lives. And that's something that we have been seeking as humankind to prolong. And that's not something that we can ever have. And it's good that you mentioned that the thing that we should be seeking to preserve and promote is the treasures that are kingdom treasures. Kingdom treasures. Treasures that are not connected to this world, because this world will pass away. The grass, the grass and the flowers, they fade and they wither, and the earth will pass away, we read in Isaiah. So thank you for your thoughts today. Any closing remarks for us?
It's just an assessment for you and I to consider. Are we focused on self-preservation and self-promotion as compared to kingdom promotion and kingdom preservation? So again, thank you for having me, and always a joy to have this conversation with you.
Great to have you here, and nice t-shirt. You can tell me where you got it next.
After the show, I'll tell you where I got it from.
So that's it from us today, guys. I hope you are able to learn something. I hope that you will remember to preserve the kingdom treasures and promote that which is attached to the kingdom. So have a nice week, and see you on the next one. Shalom.